Hello guys, this is Windows 95 finally back on the deck. And it has been a while since I've been here, and by that I mean it's been almost a year since the last video. And the reason for that is because I was, working on my studio and renovating things. Also working on my presentation skills a bit, because I think the style of my videos was fluctuating a bit. And on top of that, there's been a lot of stuff in my life right now, and 2024 has been a difficult time. Especially on the social side, being stressed like basically all the time about stuff, and I've just eaten into all the time I have to make content for you guys. But I'm on my way with trying to turn it around, have good times again and enjoy them, because we only have them once, so I wish you all good luck nowadays. Another reason why I haven't been on the channel so much lately, well, it's because I already have so much stuff to do, and I've been kind of focusing on the other stuff this year that I also do, businessy stuff, music, and some other productions, and, stuff like that. But anyways, I am back, and I have an interesting topic I want to talk about, because I haven't lately had a lot of ideas. Or rather, a thing that I want to talk about. And it's a cell phone, but it's not like most of them. This what you're looking at right now is the TTFone Star TT300. So, since I'm guessing probably most of you don't really know this, TTFone is a company that designed phones for old people. Yeah, it's made for old people. That's right, you heard that right. And they make some features to help with that. And it's okay. It's not a bad idea, but you can see if you open that up, it's got big buttons here. Actually, an SOS button to call some numbers. That's actually like that. And it's got a few ports on the side. 3.5mm and micro USB. That sort of stuff. So this phone, given to me by my grandma. So if you're watching this, thanks for this phone. And didn't do everything she needed. Plus, this phone only had 2G. And it was working a bit hard for her as well, even though it's made to be easy. So she gave it to me, and I'm right here doing a review on this. And then she got an Emporia Smart 4, but she has a Motorola now, like one of the new ones. So let's just dive into the specs of this. So this phone has, as you can see up here, this is a 2-inch TFT display, which is about 5 centimeters if you ask me, if you want it in metric. And the resolution is 176 by 220. So about the equivalent of phones from 2004, I would say. And it only works on the old 2G networks. So it's say a SIM card from 3, which don't have a 2G network, you wouldn't be able to use that on here. And if we flip it around, it has no camera whatsoever, as you can see. And also it has basically useless onboard storage, which we'll look at a bit when we go onto the computer. But it is expandable. You can put a microSD in there, so that's always good to see. Again, some modern phones don't have this. And if we flip it over to the side, we have 3.5mm headphone jack, which is something else that we don't see on modern phones. Bring back the headphone jack, because that's probably a better audio. And then there's a micro USB as well, which I don't blame since this phone is from 2016, and it's good enough for what it is anyway. It's charging and data. So if we look at the battery here, we've got a 600 milliamp hours battery, and it lasts about 180 minutes talk time. I can't remember the standby time, but I think I must have somehow made it shorter because it really doesn't last long. Maybe this was another problem my grandma was having with it, because the battery doesn't really last too long on the one I have here. So, Okay, so as you can see here, there's a slot for a standard size SIM card right there. So none of this nano SIM stuff or anything. Just slide that in. And this is actually a latch door for a micro SD, and it's actually pretty awkward to get in. And it's just got some information here. Certifications, logo, model number, and the barcode and IMEI number, which I am covering up for obvious reasons. So, anyway, let's get this thing put back together and have a test of it. And I forgot to mention that this phone also has Bluetooth. So anyways, I also, love the flip design. So, you're on a business call and you're like, nothing's working well. You're getting mad, and you can just, best bit, just slam, hang up, just slam it shut like that. Alright. Anyways, let's get this phone powered on and see what it has to offer. Okay, so it is now asking us for setup. You can see we have the display language here, the writing language down here. It's got big text as well, easy to read. That's alright, so I'll just set the date. Okay, now I've got to set the time. We'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've tried to run a channel scan now, and it's pretty bad actually, because I scan, it can only find 4 channels. This one, which I believe to be BBC Radio 1, we have in the UK. That's Heart, Capital, and Smooth Radio. So only on the higher end, but So, and if I just play this, the signal is terrible as well. That's a finding summit, Just go back on there. See, and it only does work if I put it like over here outside my desk. If I go to another one here, only works outside. Same with Capital. Smooth does work, like just over here. The phone's just over there. Just outside of your screen. There you go. Bring it back in and it's dead. So that sucks. Let's see if we have any pictures on here. No, nothing. Oh yeah, I formatted this SD card, didn't I? So that's why there is nothing. Anyway, let's go into the voice recorder. I'll do a little demo for you. It is pretty bad. I've done this before. And it does have 2 formats as well. So if it does wave and AMR files, which is like you send over the telephone quality kind of thing, like cell phone thing, but wave. Problem is with wave, it sounds like it's going to be really good quality. It's only 8 kilohertz as well. That's the problem. So it's going to be bad all the time. So anyway, let's give this a quick test. Give this microphone a test drive. Okay, we're really starting to experience this, because what you're now listening to is the raw, unedited, unfiltered, unenhanced audio recorded on the TTFone Star TT300. I'd imagine most of the old people using this phone, even the ones who are code deaf, would still be disappointed by the sound quality. You thought wave was supposed to be great quality, but in the case of these phones, it's not. It's more voice-oriented, but still quite muffled and unclear, but at least you can still understand what's being said. And playing it through the tinny built-in speakers won't do it justice either. Switching the format over to AMR will just make the whole thing worse, as you imagine, since it's one of those ultra-low bandwidth voice encoding formats. The bit rate is terrible, and playing anything other than voice in this format would be unlistenable. Even voice is barely listenable. At least the files are tiny, like, you can fit 16 minutes of this 12 kilobit audio on a 1.44 megabyte floppy disk. Literally. Anyways, back to the video. Alright, so the quality on that sounds terrible, of course. And as you can see, I have completely changed my camera angle, and I think it looks a lot better, honestly. Also my lighting, I've changed that a bit, because it's the next day now and there's daylight again, and my other light wasn't working yesterday. And it's also probably more comfortable to use like this than hold it in front of the camera. Also, when I said I was gonna skip the messages, I lied, because I'm actually just gonna do this just so we get to T9 and type. So, anyways, here we go. And actually, I'm gonna time it just to see how long actually takes to type on this. Just remember that there's a T9 typing. There we go. So, you know, you get the T9 type, at least it's that. And the keypad has a backlight in it. Actually pretty tactile, feels good as well. Okay, let's see what this organizer is. So we have a few interesting things. I'll spoil it because TK just gives you this. Even with a sim in, it does nothing, you know. So I'm just gonna go straight to files. So, you know, we got the built-in phone storage. Can store like a few things, but again, later I'll demonstrate why it's useless. And that's the memory card. You can store a lot more stuff on. And that's also where it saves the voice recordings. You can see there. We've got those too. So, you know, just general file stuff. You can like rename the card. And you can like format memory cards and stuff. And you can see the status there. Not really. So that's enough of that. Next we have this calendar, which is a calendar. You can add a new schedule right here. You can subject, if I wanted to put that was going to make this video, like I could do that. Let me just show you. There's the date, time, ringtone. Yeah, you can have this ring whenever this comes on once, and you can make it however often you want it, or it doesn't remind you of it. So, yep. So that's just, you know, your calendar stuff, and you can view them and clear them, and you can actually go to a specific date, and the earliest date it goes to is 1st of January 1950. See that? There's a and it wraps around the 2099. So I'll just actually let's just go back to the present day for a moment. So if you can see, if just focus, so the day that we're on is highlighted in green. I know it doesn't look green here, but it is. There you go. Terrible angle on this display as well. And all these days, normal days are white, and there's like on the Saturdays and Sundays are highlighted in pink with the letter above being orange or yellow. I'm not sure. And then grey for the next and previous months. So that's the calendar for you. So I've got also a little calculator right here, which, you know, you can do like basic stuff. I don't know, let's just go like this. That's some pretty basic stuff on here, as you'd imagine. You can only do 4 functions. There we go. And yeah, very basic calculator, but if you just need to solve something really quick on the go, it's alright, I guess. And alarm is, you know, one alarm clock, of course. So you can only set 3 alarms, though. You can set the names like every other phone, but and the time, and the ringtone, of course, is not great ringtones. And the alarm volume, if you don't know if you can see that, but it's set to 15 by default, which is the highest setting. Which honestly would pretty annoying and jarring. So you just wake up to highest one. And it vibrates as well by default. But you can set it to just vibrate, or do nothing at all, which might be a problem if it's closed, but I don't know. And you can have it once, daily, or custom for the repeat on that. So yep, alarm stuff, and we just take that off because I've accidentally turned it on. Okay, so that's enough of the organizer. Moving on, we've got some settings. This is the last bit. So, let me just turn that down so you can see it. Okay, first of all, we have call settings, which is, you know, phone stuff, phony stuff, whatever. You can hide your number here as well. And there's flight mode. Answer mode is, it says cover answer, which I'm assuming is like when you know, flip that open. That's when it starts to call. And press any key, where it says auto answer with BT, which is Bluetooth. headset. So you compare a headset to this, and you can automate that with. So that's that. And you got phone settings, which is different to call settings. You know, daytime, language, shortcut. Shortcut is it says messages and alarm, and the idea is on the home screen you can actually program these to do different things if you want them to. So like you press like up, it takes you straight to messages. So that's actually pretty neat. Now this is the interesting one. Auto power on / off. You can set that the phone will power on automatically at 8 AM, or you can change that time. I'm not going to switch that on, but same thing with power off, which can be annoying most of the time, I would guess, rather than convenient, but you know, because I don't know who would use that. And then that's just a factory reset. And you can change the display settings. It does say wallpaper 1. You can it says static wallpaper, which is just that black one, and more pictures, where you can actually, if you had a picture on the microSD card, you could put that to be the wallpaper. In fact, we should do that right now, so just give me a second. So my picture of choice here is this little photo of my cat Rocky. This pod, just if you can see that. I know it's blown out on the camera, but here he is, just being a cutie right there. I never told you about Rocky either, I don't think. He's 3 years old, and I think he's crossbred. So his mom was a Persian cat, and his dad was a British Shorthair, I think. So, you know. Anyways, the annoying thing about these wallpapers is that they'll only show on this screen. So if you go into menu, that just goes away and switches to the black one again. Only shows here. At least it's something we can show in the image viewer right here, since this is what it looks like if you actually view them. See that? There he is. But the fact it only displays here is pretty annoying. Also, this is where I set the contrast, and it's the best I can get the image to look, so it doesn't look so blown out. And also, not display, but you can set the timer for the keypad backlight. It's 10 seconds by default, which is alright. 5 seconds and 20 seconds. I'm not sure what auto mode is, and you can turn the backlight off as well. So yeah. Anyway, security settings. There's PIN. Now this is very, very confusing because PIN in please insert SIM card. If you had one in there, I made this mistake before. I was trying to put my PIN in there, but this is actually the SIM PIN, you know, like the thing you used to lock your SIM card. I entered it incorrectly, and my SIM card got blocked, so I had to unlock it. So make sure you don't make that mistake. That is what controls the actual phone lock, so you can turn that on and off, and you can change the lock code in that. And there's also a thing where you can block certain numbers, but I'm too tired about those things. Right, profiles. What's that? This is where you can actually set your sound. This is just sound, I think. So this is ring type, ring settings, adjust volume and other alert rings. So if we go into ring type here, we just get the same thing as we've seen before. Ring settings. Here's ringtones. I'm not gonna actually play all of them, but you know, let's see. You can actually put audio files on here as well. So ringtones. So here we go. You know, got some stuff. This one has a custom vibration. So the pretty average ringtones. And 4 and 8 are a duplicate. And more ringtones, just a place where you can set an audio file for your ringtone. I mean, I've got these audio recordings, but we would want to put that as a ringtone. And we've got some message tones, you know. Not going to go through all of them. They're actually longer than what I played. Pretty long for a text message tone, in fact. But, you know. Anyways, yeah. That is where you adjust your volume. I know they all say 0. It's probably because I have it in vibrate. Call volume is actually just how loud it is when you're on the phone with someone. And if I go to other alert rings here, that is actually where you keypad tone. I don't know if you can see it, but I'll read out. There you go. So it's got keypad tone, battery low alert, power ringtone, which is actually the startup sound, close flip tone, yeah, and open flip tone. You can get to make a noise when you open it or you close it, which I'm obviously not going to do. But something there I want to show you as well. And in the last one, we got connections. Bluetooth, we have where you can open it, which means to turn it on. This makes it discoverable, so Bluetooth visibility. This shows all the devices you've paired. For some reason my device is still in here after resetting it, so it must have been a hard reset, not a factory one. Device name, that is what it's actually called. It's just TT300 by default. This is the model number of the phone. Oh wait, no. Alright, so I sorted that out. And Bluetooth file storage, that's just, I know it says Bluetooth files, but I think it's where you choose where you want to store your files if you send them by Bluetooth, and that's help. To use Bluetooth, you must open it first. You set visibility as show to let other Bluetooth devices find you. List all paired device, and you can also add new device. It should be a plural, but okay, I'll accept it. And to set the name, shown in a device, which is Bluetooth name, which actually says device name here, but who cares. And network selection needs a SIM, but it's a network select. I'll just put it as automatic. But this is like where you boot it up and it would show two networks sometimes if you had a network that was owned by another one. Like the way ID Mobile is run under the 3 network, or GiveGaf is run under the O2 network. And by the way, you won't be able to use a 3 SIM in here anyway, because it's only 2G phone, so I maybe shouldn't have said that, because it might be a little misleading. So that's it for the settings, and as you can see, do actually have a network name on there if you can see it. There you go. And that's because I was going out and my cell phone was dead and I couldn't be bothered to charge it, and then my other phones was low battery and I couldn't find the charger for it. It's an old one, so it had a specific charger, so I was forced to use this for the day, so that kind of sucks. And also it's a while after. It's October 24th now. That's how long it's took me to do all of this. So let me actually show you something for a minute. Okay, now I did remember that I turned the annoying keypad noise off, but I was going to show you something. But first, I'll set it to click first. Let's see if you can hear that. Yeah, does that when you press the numbers. It feels like. So DTMF. But if I go back into here and change that to human voice, which is actually surprisingly the default one, and I don't know why. So that's actually really weird, because whenever you press it, it does this. Yep. So I mean, you can hear the numbers dying. Probably for like, someone who's, I guess, not got really enough sight to see the numbers, but I guess those are pretty big numbers. I mean, I guess blind people couldn't see them, but I mean that's okay. But it is a pretty big security risk, because you could just, if everyone could hear a number you're dialing, and then you can just track down someone's number, I guess. So I'll probably turn that back off. And now I was talking about this useless onboard storage, and it's been a while, but I'm actually gonna show you it right now. So allow me to just take you over to the computer for a minute. Okay, so I'm over here at the computer and I'm just gonna plug the phone in real quick, and it comes up with 2 options: charging or U-disk. You want to select U-disk, which is actually USB but shortened, even though USB would have just fit on the screen. Also, the top title is scrolling. It says please select USB application. Well, select U disk, and it should be ready. So you're gonna get two of these. That's the SD card. That's the built-in storage. So if I go here, if I actually open it, you see this is only 34.5 kilobytes. Yeah, you heard that right. Not megabytes or gigabytes, but kilobytes. Yeah, here's proof. See that? I've not got any files on here. It's already using this much of the space. Anyways, if we go into this, you see it's got some folders. I doubt any of these would actually even fit into here. And of course it's got nothing in it because everything else is on the SD card. See, there's Rocky right there in his little pod. I know it takes a while to load, but it's probably just because my computer's screen recording and it becomes a bit slow whenever that happens. And there's the recordings that we made earlier. As you can see, there's the two. Doesn't appear to be anything in this folder, but this is actually telling me what this is, but it doesn't know how to open it. So it probably just is a location pointed at a wallpaper. Hang on a sec. And yeah, I open it in Notepad and I just get a bunch of garbage. So yeah, and if we actually try to like move any files onto this, it's like it's just a real pain. Do you know what? Like, you can barely even fit any photos on here, because I mean, you may or may not have noticed these two files on the desktop I had prepared. You know, skull trumpet. Okay, so it's nothing special, just an audio file, MP3, 128K, and you know, so if we just move that insane audio folder, and it's gone in there, you can, you know, we can play it. But like, look how much the space is using. Oh my god, it's like, it's only like 7 kilobytes left, 7.5 kilobytes. Because I also had 320k version on there, but I doubt that's actually even gonna fit. Hang on, let's test that. No, look. You need an additional 27 kilobytes to copy these files. Okay, so you can see I've run out of time again by the date down here, but you know, but I'm back again. And the next test that we're going to do is this photo here, right here. Probably the guy who's trying to move files over here but doesn't have an SD card, figuring out only has this much storage. So I'll just open this back up, and as you can see, we still have that audio in there, so I'll just do a quick backup to the SD card. There we go. But now, what I'm going to do is just take this old guy, copy them. Oh, wait. Okay, there we go. So you just accidentally moved that. I've got photos. Now I can't copy them. You need an additional 4.5 kilobytes. See? Because I imagine some of these folders are actually taking up disk space because of the, you know, indexes. They're not actual files, they're just indexes, and the disks are split up into chunks, I think. So yeah, that's probably not much is really going to work here. Also, it's only 553 by 360, as you can see there, so not even that big, and it's a JPEG. Right, now you might have noticed this folder labeled ebook here, and you know, it has nothing in it, but you're going to be reading ebooks on this phone. Like, you're really sure about that with that display and with that amount of memory? I don't really know, but I thought that I might as well just try to, you know, compose a little letter in text format again. So we'll just see what we can do. Now I'm speeding up this process because, you know, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me write a whole letter, so the video is on 16 times speed so we can get this over with. Alright, so there we go. If you want to read that, you can just have a pause. Anyways, you're just gonna save it right here. Here we go, just save it in ebook and just call it TTFone, I guess. And you know, it's on there. It's 956 bytes, so like actually let me just edit something, because an SMS would not be this long. Let's say about maybe like 100 bytes. Yeah, that sounds about right. So anyways, that leads us to another problem, because I don't think this could even open it. And by the way, this has just used this much of the space because it's split into 4 kilobyte chunks. Okay, and just go on to the organizer and the file manager for a moment. If I just go to wherever I saved that, there it is, and actually open it, see unsupported format, there you go. See, you can't even open a text file, and I've tried a load of different ebook formats, and like I don't even know, I don't think like any of them even work, because like I've tried this way too many times, and and actually some of them don't even fit, even with like a letter like that length. And also I tried like a few document formats as well, so you know. Right, well, I think we've just looked about pretty much every feature on here, you know. So I guess the only appropriate thing you can do left is show the shut down there. And now, you know what this means? This means that we can do little keypad ASMR right now. Just a quick one, I guess. Well, that is pretty much it for this video and for this phone. And yeah, this is going to be my first episode of Bad Computing, which is a series I tried to do a long time ago, but like, you know, I just messed everything up and stuff. So I had to completely revamp the series into something new. And honestly, I never knew I was really going to do one of these until I realized that it would kind of fit into the topic. But anyway, that was the TTFone Star TT300, which definitely could have used a lot of improvements and other things. So, anyways, until the next video, I'll see you later.